Congratulations for your new toy! Or, I have to say, aircraft?
So, the wrapping paper is absolutely everywhere, the box is open, and there it is, a brand new drone. You just got one of the absolute coolest gifts you can imagine, and your mind is probably already racing with all the awesome things you're going to do with it. You're picturing it, right? Those epic cinematic shots soaring over incredible landscapes, capturing photos and videos from a point of view you've only ever dreamed of. The creative possibilities feel totally endless, and you just cannot wait to get that thing in the air.
But hold on a second. Just before you rush outside and slam that launch button, there are a few really crucial things you absolutely need to know first.
Okay, let's start with the single most important mindset shift you've got to make. That amazing piece of tech you're holding, it's not just a cool gadget. In the eyes of aviation authorities all across the European Union, it is a genuine aircraft. Yeah, the official term is an unmanned aircraft system, or UAS. Now, I know that sounds like a bunch of boring jargon, but it's the whole reason there are rules. It means your drone is literally sharing the sky with airplanes and helicopters, and it's got to be operated with that same level of seriousness to keep everybody safe.
And that's really the key takeaway here. If you can adopt a pilot's mindset from day one, you are setting yourself up to fly safely, legally, and honestly, to have way more fun without ever getting into trouble.
So, with that pilot mindset locked in, what's first on the list? Well, before those propellers even think about spinning, there are a few essential things you've got to take care of right here on the ground. And there are 3 things that are totally non-negotiable. First, you have to register as a UAS operator with your country's National Aviation Authority. That officially ties you to the drone. Second, you need to get third-party liability insurance. This is so important in case anything goes wrong. And third, you'll get a registration number, and you have to physically put it on your drone.
Now, it's really important to get this. When you register, you become the legal operator. Think of it like being the registered owner of a car. You are the one who's ultimately responsible for it, even if you let your friend fly it for a minute. After you register, they'll give you a unique number, and that number has to be on the drone itself.
Okay, so the aircraft is legally good to go. Awesome. Now, we got to make sure the pilot, yep, that's you, is ready too. And this means getting some basic training and really understanding your duties every single time you fly.
For most new pilots flying the kinds of drones you get as gifts, you'll be flying in what's called the open category, which really just means low-risk flights. This requires you to complete a pretty simple online training course and pass an exam to get what's called the A1/A3 certificate. But beyond that, being a good pilot means you actually read the manual. You make sure you're fit to fly, so never tired or stressed, and you do a quick pre-flight check every single time.
And hey, a quick but super important note on age. If this drone was a gift for a younger person, just know that the standard minimum age to fly unsupervised in the EU is 16. Some countries might have slightly different rules, so as the operator, it's on you to check your local regulations.
You're certified, the drone's registered, we are getting so close. But a pilot doesn't just know their aircraft, they have to know their environment. You have to remember, the sky is not just empty space.
And this leads us to the big question every new pilot asks. The simple answer is, well, not everywhere. There are rules about the airspace you want to fly in. Take a look at this. It might seem a bit complicated at first, but it gives you an idea of what an aviation map looks like. See all those circles and shapes, especially around airports? You can think of those as strict no-fly zones for most of us. They're called control zones, or CTRs, and they're there to protect planes and helicopters. Before any flight, you have to check the official map from your aviation authority to see where these geozones are.
Part of knowing your environment is checking the weather like a real pilot. You don't need to be a meteorologist, but you should know a few basics. High winds, measured in knots, can toss your drone around like a leaf. See codes like SHRA for rain or FG for fog? Those are immediate no-go signals, because drones and water do not mix. And always remember, you have to maintain visual line of sight, or VLOS, which just means you can see your drone with your own eyes the entire time.
All right, we've covered the drone, the pilot, and the airspace. It is finally time to bring it all together for that super exciting first flight. Let's make sure it's a safe one and a successful one.
Every pilot, I don't care how experienced they are, uses a checklist. It's just what we do. So here's a simple one for you. Check the wind. Look over your props for any little nicks or cracks. Make sure your batteries are charged up and clicked in tight. Give the camera and sensors a quick wipe. Wait for a strong GPS signal. And this one's huge. Make sure your return to home altitude is set higher than any trees or buildings around you.
And this could not be more true. Preparation is absolutely everything. Taking just 60 seconds on the ground to run through these checks can prevent almost any problem you might have in the air. This little bit of discipline is what separates a real pilot from someone just messing around with a gadget.
So remember, that box you opened, it's got more than just a drone inside. It's an opportunity. It's a chance to learn a new skill, to see the world from a perspective that'll just blow your mind, and to join this amazing community of aviators. So, welcome to the club. You're a pilot now.
And hey, to keep your journey going and dive a lot deeper, come join us over at the Jolly Roger Aerial Photography channel on YouTube. We've got tons more tips, detailed guides on the rules, and of course, plenty of awesome aerial footage to inspire you. Thanks so much for watching, and above all else, fly safe.